Pisces, sun, moon, and rising sign. There's a big flashlight shining in your house of hidden things. You may be making money in a different country. You are going to be very good, fortunately lucky in some kind of artistic, creative, or entrepreneurial endeavor. If you're looking for a job, yes. If you have a job or raise and promotion, sure. But there is always some major issue going on where you have to cut, sever, or end, or make a decision. And you are the one with the sword in your hand. Sudden decisions need to be made and acted upon at this time. If you're single and you want to be in a romantic relationship, then look no further than dating apps. So you may be at a certain point in your life where you realize ice cream, wine, and cigars or something that you're doing isn't right for you.
Lunatic Astrology.
Hello, Pisces, sun, moon, and rising sign. April 2026 brings you some significant, powerful, good fortune. Can show up in so many ways, monetary for sure, just a feeling of luck just shining upon you. You're also going to notice that you feel a lot better. Jupiter, your sign lord, is moving direct, and he's getting some real traction this month ahead. Ever since the 11th of March, he started to move forward, but he was moving at a super slow rate because of his stationary condition. And now you start to feel some new luck, momentum, excitement, enjoyment of life, and actually pleasure. Some of you might be very fertile, birthing a baby business, a baby grandchild could even come. There's a lot of fertility going on in the month ahead. And I think you're going to find after the eclipses going through the Virgo and Pisces axis for the last couple of years, that big humdinger blood moon eclipse in the house of your spouse or significant other, or clients or business partners, that eclipse is still waning. It's waning. It's slowing down. It's a March 3rd eclipse, but you're still feeling it for 6 months, but you're not in the meat of it, like rocking your energy field. So I want to give you some permission to relax a bit. This is going to feel like a much better month. Venus is your exaltation lord. She's in good shape. We've got Jupiter moving direct, the lord of your sign. Mars is in dignity within the context of your chart in Aries, which is damn freaking good for your money. So let's get going. Let's break it down for you. We're going to go week by week because astrology is a map of time. It helps you time your life by looking at the astrological time map. We're going to time your life for the whole month, going week by week. But if you want to look at my 2026 all signs bundle or individual signs, you can time the whole map of 2026. We got 8 more months left. Why not grab that product in my description box below? That is not on my channel. It is only for sale. It's a fundraiser. The thing I want to say is hi. My name is Lori Lothian, and I'm using the Western Tropical Zodiac, and I am also encouraging every one of you to use the whole sign house system to cast your chart in whole sign houses, which is going to be useful for timing your best life. Look below in my description box. I try to explain it to you guys every time, but we all on YouTube, every astrologer here is pretending we're using whole sign houses. We're using derived houses. Okay. So you got to do it. Sun, moon, and rising. What's the difference? Because I hear this question all of the time. Your sun sign is your deepest essence and your game player in the simulation. It's the real you. The actual character you play is the rising sign. Therefore, consider that your sun sign is best activated after 44 years old. And it opens up huge amounts of energy for you connected to purpose and career. The moon is how you think and feel about life and how you mope or don't mope, how you're negative or positively thinking about reality. And it also represents matters connected to home, domicile, where you live. And then you'll notice that the rising sign is very sensitive to being stimulated in the game of life because it's your character, right? Just like a movie, right? Someone wrote the screenplay for the character in the movie to have a bunch of shit happen. That is your ascendant. So very often most people resonate with their ascendant unless they're over the age of mid-40s or they've had a very examined spiritual life. Let's start off on the week by week. I'll be showing the chart with you. We'll be here for a half an hour or so. If you want to learn how to divine time your life, my masterclass is coming up for 5 weeks in May. Don't sign up unless you've taken Sky Reader with me. That'll be coming back up again this fall in my 7th season. You'll need the introduction content. You need to have an intermediate to advanced beginner concept of the basics of astrology to take the class I'm teaching in May. Okay, let's pull up the sky for you so we can start off on the week by week Pisces, sun, moon, and rising. So here you have it. This is you. We put the ascendant here. That's to act as if, your sun was here and moon was here when we do the all signs for your sun and moon. We pretend we put them in the first house in Pisces. On April the 1st, as we begin the month, we have a moon forming. It will be exact around 12 degrees of full moon, 12 degrees of Libra. There's a big flashlight shining in your house of hidden things. Now, good and bad things can come from this. One thing is that, especially when it comes to financial resources shared with a partner or business and love partner, or matters to do with money from inheritances or money in investment structures or tax stories as well. Now you've got a big light shining here. Of course, it is tax season, and this is the April 1st moon, and in the 3 weeks that follow, this could be very much about taxes and filing taxes. But it's deeper than that, because it does trine Pluto for wealth generated from foreign lands, foreign shores, foreign people, and foreign situations, or somebody in a hospital setting. So this could be an opening for a inheritance for some of you, but it could also mean that, there's new ways in which you're going to acquire money. It may involve international digital income. It may involve things to do with people in distant shores and lands. You may be making money in a different country, and this will amp because you live there than your natal birthplace and citizenship place. And this will open up huge doors of more wealth for you coming off this sky. And so expect a steadfast and slow but steady increase in the 6 months ahead of money if you make money from international sources. But all said and done, also secrets can be revealed anytime a lunation falls full light in your 8th house. And this is a Venusian ruled lunation. Secrets from the family of origin, particularly the siblings, may be on the menu for disclosure or revelation from this full moon. Look for evidence 2 to 3 weeks after. Moving forward into the next narrative. And the moon is supported by Jupiter, and Jupiter's in the 5th house. So also secrets connected to children and sexual and romantic love. These are possibilities for revelation off this moon. A child could conceive a child under this, and it would be a reincarnation of somebody who passed away in your family of origin. So that's another story I'm seeing. And this could be something you discover the month of April, that you're going to be a grandparent, or it could show up months and months down the line, like up to 6 months later. April the 1st to the 4th, Mercury trines Jupiter. Mercury and Jupiter, good news, good, positive, lucky, happy stuff is happening. Mercury moving through the sign of Pisces, the domain of Jupiter belongs to him. Jupiter loving up Mercury in the first 4 days, all the way from your 5th house. News that you're going to be a grandparent. Mars adds that spice. News that you're going to be pregnant or your partner is pregnant. News that you are going to be very good, fortunately lucky, in some kind of artistic, creative, or entrepreneurial endeavor. And you might, if you're trying to sell something, especially in the online world, you might find that your product is selling like hotcakes, or your service is selling like hotcakes. It's not a bad time for you, April 1st to 4th, and to do proactive marketing and selling of something that you're sharing with the world in the online social media sphere. And it jacks you up in the area of entrepreneurship and creativity as well. On the 3rd and the 4th of the month, you're also having Pluto squaring Venus squaring Pluto. This is transformational and powerful energy coming here from Venus in your 3rd house of siblings, short distance travel, writing, communicating, and the social media empire. And it's flowing to wealth god Pluto in the house of distant lands and shores and far off places. In our modern world, payment and PayPal, Stripe, all of that indicates this kind of 12th house Pluto for you. And it can really show up as some really nice boosts of success financially from something you're doing in writing, speaking, communicating, marketing, selling, teaching, and online social media matters. And there may be something very transformative, powerful going on in the life of a sibling. This could more particularly indicate the life of a sibling who is 2 older than you. Okay. And something very powerful and transformative going on in that sibling's life. And it could also involve positive things like more money or unexpected wealth in that sibling's life. Now, as we move forward to the 5th and the 6th of April, you're going to notice that there is a golden opportunity. I love it because we have exalted Sun in Aries, exalted Jupiter in Cancer and direct, and the two of them are going to open up a doorway of an opportunity. Do not fret about the square. The square is fine in this condition of exaltation and power of these planets. So you're going to notice something going on, perhaps pretty close to the 5th, where the Sun at 15 and Jupiter at 16 is already activated. So you're going to say April the 5th, you'll feel it on the 4th, the 5th, and the 6th, 4th, 5th, and 6th, waning on the 7th. Golden opportunities, very positive luck. It opens up more money. It's basically going to help you heal a chironic wound around earnings that you've experienced since 2019. And the sun is a ruler of the work house. So it's money you derive from work, and Jupiter rules career, 10th house. So work and career, love up, golden opportunity, positive things happening, feeling good about it. If you're looking for a job, yes. If you have a job or raise and promotion, sure. If you're just doing your own independent business, more financial success and more luck coming through the work, career, and money earning space. And Jupiter is direct, and he's the Lord of your sign. He's giving it his all. He's really helping you boost up your success. On April the 7th to the 14th, we're moving into the second week of the month. You're going to notice that Mars and Uranus have a little tete-a-tete. Usually these two together are fine in a sextile, but there is always some major issue going on where you have to cut, sever, or end, or make a decision. And you are the one with the sword in your hand. So when we talk about this energy around here, you're going to feel it on you're going to feel it certainly on the 7th. So 6th, 7th, and 8th of the month to the 9th. From the 6th to the 9th of the month, especially active on the 9th, you're going to have to make a very strong case to cut, sever, end, or decide or choose. And it's going to also be about matters connected to the 3rd house. A location, a neighbor situation, a sibling, a travel opportunity, a social media situation. And you need to just take immediate action, but the causal agent of Uranus can be surprising. You weren't expecting it. Venus is bonifying Uranus, making sure it's a positive story. And she's the exaltation lord of Mars, or Mars is traveling. Your lord, your exaltation lord. And we also see such positivity coming off of Venus protecting you within the 3rd house. So you might have to make a sudden travel decision. It may connect to a lot of things, guys. It could connect to siblings. It could connect to inheritance monies. It could connect to lots of stuff. I can't tell you everything. It could connect to international travel opportunities, book publishing deals. Okay. Sudden decisions need to be made and acted upon at this time. And we move onward to the 12th to the 13th. This is the luckiest part of the month ahead. We're going to have Venus in dignity, 12th to the 13th, and talking to Jupiter in his exaltation. So this combination of planets can only happen every 12 years. So you're going to really like this rarity. Venus, lucky breaks and positive developments. Jupiter, exalted luck in the house of good fortune. Now, it can be very powerful and positive luck in the life of a sibling, one younger and or two younger, but it can also just be any sibling as well. So it could translate to other people. Fertility news connected to a child, or lucky breaks for a child connected to their career gains. Really positive developments here, however, regarding your local environment and your social media land, your virtual neighborhood and your real neighborhood. Positive and very significant, powerful good things are occurring. You might have a leisure romantic getaway opportunity with a significant other, and it might feel extremely special. So you'll be feeling this energy, as I mentioned, but I'll repeat myself, between around the 11th to the 13th. And it's most exact around the 12th. If you're single and you want to be in a romantic relationship, then look no further than dating apps, local environment, stores, restaurants, meeting somebody because you're in the neighborhood doing something, or you might meet somebody because you're on a travel journey somewhere somewhat locally. This could bring a powerful, new, positive, surprising, swift-moving, and very exciting love story. The Vestal flame of devotion flowing to both Venus and Jupiter from that, and the north node of fate. You get asked out on a date. You meet somebody in the local environment or on a trip, and they want you to date you. You're on a dating app, and you swipe right, they swipe right, and the next thing you know, you're both in love. So this can it'd be bringing in a nice devotional energy, and it will counteract any time of celibacy and aloneness. If that's been a problem for you, it'll bring back more of the romantic life into your new relationship, and it could really stimulate, as I said, a leisure romantic getaway trip, more of fun and joy and pleasure in the life your life with a significant already existing love story. All right, both of those are true. Move on to the next story, which will be that when we have fog in our windshield and we try to drive, it's dangerous and confusing. So often we just slow down or stop the car, whether it's a literal fog out there or it's just a foggy windshield. We get a nice defogging going on here. Really nice one, actually, when Mars in great dignity goes right through the Neptunian story around the 12th and 13th of the month. Therefore, any inertia or confusion you've been having around finances, this can involve taxes, inheritance, rebates, shared money with a spouse, can involve your earnings, about spending money. You're unsure you should spend money on something. All of this uncertainty and fog and confusion and delusion will end up leaving at this time. So now you have a clear beat on what you need and want, maybe what you need to cut away for expenses, what you want to buy and spend money on, where you need to put your drive, passion, and ambition into your work. Now you've got the clear line of sight and the clarity is there for you. And, Mars is really good at giving you not what you add, but what you take away that gives you more economic power here. So you might be reducing expenses, but that's okay. And you just, because Saturn says reduce expenditures, but Mars is also making clean and clear decisions. I mean, you could even make different tax decisions about filing differently this year with yourself, with a partner, whatever. And Mars has got clarity and you've got clarity, 12th and the 13th. I like this energy that's coming up next. This is the week of the 14th to the 21st. On the 14th to the 21st, pay attention. It's a very busy week. I talk quickly. This is so I can get a lot of content in only 30 minutes or so. So therefore, just slow me down on the playback speed. On YouTube, it's free. There's a little icon at the top of the video. It looks like a gear and you can change the speed. Mercury gives you a surprise bit of information or news. It's going to either shock you or surprise you or just feel like you didn't see it coming. This is going to be Mercury at the very end of your sign. So I was going to say that Mercury is going to make a surprise happen. Is the surprise coming vis-a-vis you? Are you surprising people with some information you want to speak to the world, disclose? Because you're Mercury. You could have a flashpoint, brilliant download or idea, like a stroke of genius, where you suddenly have this idea about something you want to communicate right, because Uranus is in the house of thinking and ideas. Or you could have a sudden, surprising announcement to make to the world connected to siblings and travel and the local neighborhood. Or you might have a flashpoint of exciting and exhilarating information or news coming to you connected to or from a sibling. And so whatever this is, it is a very exciting and exhilarating and positive, but unexpected. Okay. So put that on your calendar. That will be important. It will be around the 13th, 14th, and 15th of April. Pluto will flow to Mars and Mars to Pluto at the very same first time frame, 14th, 15th, 16th. Well, Pluto, is kind of hidden from your view, behind you, self-undoing and addictions. For example, Mars is about cutting, ending, and severing things that you put in your mouth. So you may be at a certain point in your life where you realize ice cream, wine, and cigars or something that you're doing isn't right for you. And you're making a decision that's pretty hard stop to quit. So you could quit something like that. You might also be having something to do with a powerful opportunity for business partnership with somebody who's wealthy from a foreign country than your natal one. And there may be a very big energy around determination and unstoppable willpower to get that going. And if you're trying to negotiate a business partnership, which is fine under the sky, you're probably not going to want to do that till you get Mercury into Aries. So kind of be patient with that story, because international business partnerships for barter trade, export, or other country people want to work with you, do something together, you're going to want to wait till after Mercury moves into Aries on April 15th. So hold off on the 13th and 14th and let Mercury be a support structure. Okay. Watch what I'm going to show you. We want Mercury moving into the stellium in your second house of making money right here. Now, yes, Mercury, Mars, Pluto. Yes. When you're on the 15th, and the 16th and the 17th, you are capable of forming very powerful long-range foreign land alliances, but you're also showing an unstoppable drive and determination around making money, conserving money, being a self-starter, doing your own thing, being an entrepreneur even. And during this time, you're really working hard with no slag here. You're just going for it. Like you've got your mojo. Mars is in dignity. He'll be in your second house of money for a very long time. April the 9th to May the 19th. April the 9th to May the 19th is where you are unstoppably driven on the money front. However, you could hit burnout, and we'll get to that shortly. On April 17th, Mercury will fuse with Neptune, and 16th, 17th, and then Mercury Neptune fusion is always like a divine download, but it's in the house of speech. So I'm not sure that you're going to get any information as much as there's something you want to say or speak connected to shared resources with a spouse, connected to homeland, property, and real estate matters. And you're going to try to speak in a Neptunian way, which is to share a dream or a vision or a goal with somebody around those things. I wouldn't sign a commercial contract on the day this happens, which is the 16th, just because there may be unattended details that you're not noticing. But after the 16th, sign on the dotted line should be fine. The moon is new and fresh and brand new at 27 degrees of Aries on the 17th. This is your money house. It's self-evident that on the 17th, you're going to begin at 27 degrees of Aries to plant a seed that can run for 6 months, but with evidence of its real meaning within 2 to 3 weeks after the April 17th, new beginning, new moon. Having Mars in dignity while the moon is taking place is positive. Don't be afraid of that. It could give you a lifeline to deep purpose, book publishing, or international business opportunities over the course of the 6 months that follow. And therefore, this moon is good for you. And it will open up, a new dynamic drive and power. However, right away after the moon, there's going to be a slowdown of ambition. So hold off. You're going to need to wait at least a week after the moon to see some evidence maybe of what I might be trying to get to. And here we have this new moon at the very end of Aries with Chiron. So it's really helping you heal a chironic wound connected to your viability and your value and your self-worth, especially regarding earnings. So it could also help you with your face. Any of you want dental work, teeth, veneers, dental surgery, plastic surgery for your face, cosmetics, injectables. This has kind of got a fix your face vibe, because Mars is that guy with, the sharp objects like scalpels or lasers that penetrate or burn. And he's in your house of your teeth and face. And then you beginning to heal a chironic wound around facial appearance is what this moon offers. And you may get in 6 months out some serious work done to your nose, your face, your teeth to improve your appearance. No judgment. And changing your dietary habit and styles and addictions, as well as increasing your earnings and money in new ways. On the 18th and 19th, Pluto wants to dig up something that's unseen, like dig up the dirt of hidden things, cloaked in invisible things through new understanding or information. Well, that's because Pluto, you're going to see on the 18th and 19th, is got a kind of past life vibe, actually, to be clear. But, Mercury's in the house of money. So where have you had family of origin, Mercury rules your parents and growing up, and past life stories that have befuddled you in your success quotient when it comes to money, earnings, and resources? And to some extent, in which way has your childhood hindered you in experiencing the best of success when it comes to long-term committed love and marriage? There could be a revelation or a new understanding that's coming to you during this window of the 18th and 19th to heal those matters once and for all. Now, on the 17th to the 20th, you could, if you're working really hard to make money, burn out. So now on the 17th to the 20th, you can take some time off, or you could slow down, or you can give yourself permission to do that. Having your foot on the gas while you also have a parking brake going on is frustrating, right? You're frustrated. You might feel some frustration. Saturn, the one who is the wall, and Mars, the one who is the race car, in your second house. Saturn is the exaltation lord, fallen from the house of shared resources with a spouse. There can be some conflicts or difficulties or challenges with money you share with a spouse or with the in-laws at this time. And Saturn is also strongly connected to your career gains and the ka-ching of rewards and money directly related to professional accomplishments and endeavors. And therefore, again, a wall of frustration can be had. So I would encourage you on the 17th, 18th, 19th to take some time off. Watch this. See, look, I'm going to show you the problem. Mars is going to clash and crash right into Saturn, exact on the 19th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th. Then you can take a deep breath, move past this wall. Now it's a financial wall. And because Saturn rules a house of expenditures, unfortunately, you may have a major life expenditure coming through. And Mercury says connected to land, property, home, and real estate or spouse and shared resources. And that just could be a frustration that here you are working hard, saving and making money, and now you've got this expense you have to pay. This is a test of your self-worth and self-esteem. If that happens, this too shall pass. Trust the universe has your back. The sun is still in your second house, ruling your work house. Jupiter is the ruler of your 10th house, giving you luck and good fortune right now in his exaltation, especially for self-starters and entrepreneurs. Whatever expenditure may arise, it will go away. It's just a one-time thing. So let it go. If that's what's going on, let it go. If you're trying to do facial rejuvenation or surgeries, don't do it now. Wait till Mars gets past Saturn. So in other words, starting on April 9th through to about the 20th, avoid dental surgery, avoid facial procedures. Wait till you get Mars on the other side of Saturn. You'll end up looking older and not liking the result. The triple conjunction is on the 19th, 20th as well. You may have some difficult news or conversations to also engage in, especially if it involves in-laws or shared monies with your significant other, and some hard, difficult, realistic, sober conversations about money with your partner need to be had, especially if it involves land, property, real estate, in-laws, family money, and inheritances. This could be also just putting together a will, you and your partner, so that you know who gets what when each other dies or separates in a divorce. Money, shared money, hard conversations. Yeah. So the wall and the inertia and the difficulty end by the 21st. And now you're moving into new territory. So breathe, breathe, breathe. On the 22nd to the end of the month, the first thing is a last in a lifetime surprise, because these two buddies are getting together. Venus in her home kingdom, Uranus in a fixed sign, not comfortable, but Venus is trying to tell him what to do. And there can be you've had surprises here since at least 2019 on the yearly, as Venus and Uranus co-joined here. Ka-ching, ka-ching, bang, bang, bang. And now it's over. The last time in a lifetime happens 70 years from now. You won't have it again. So what is this? More than like 70, more like 78 years from now. So this is your time to experience your last surprise in your third house. You may have experienced since 2027 surprises connected to siblings and travel and neighbors and neighborhood and writing and communicating and social media landscape surprises. Every time Venus and Uranus co-joined here, it would have continually repeated itself over and over again, to your chagrin, I am sure. And, on the other hand, this is still Venus, and she's trying to bring you something positive. Some of these surprises may involve spousal money in the past or banking finance situations, but whatever this is, it's a last in a lifetime. It's not going to be around again. And so watch out for, or look forward to, April the 20th. A sibling could have a surprise. In this case, the sibling would likely be a sibling who is, give me a minute to find the likely sibling from whom a surprise may emerge. Siblings in general. It could come from a sibling 3 younger or 3 older. No. Forget that. I'm wrong. Let's keep it at siblings. Just siblings. Surprise from siblings, unexpected travel opportunities, disruptions or surprises connected to social media, online, digital realm, going viral. Oh my God. If you're ever going to go viral, it's a Venus-Uranus conjunction. So you could go viral on some social media endeavor. It could have some positive, shocking surprises regarding writing projects that could include the potential for partnerships or publishing contracts. And the sun is going to be here as well, starting around the 20th of April, add 30 days. And the sun is shining a spotlight in your social media, writing, communicating, marketing, teaching, and selling endeavors, as well as travel, short distance, and siblings. So there's a lot of light down there, a lot of energy going on. Now, Venus and Uranus are going to exactly hit the surprise bullseye on April 23rd. Okay, so put it on your calendar a day before or the day of April 21st. 23rd, 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 last in a lifetime, surprise. Then we see Venus crossing the sign boundary into Gemini, your house of home, land, property, real estate, domestic, private life. This will bring more enjoyment and pleasure in the home. This will have you liking being home and having fun in your home and beautifying and decorating and painting and redesigning home, which is wonderful. And Uranus will join her. Now, she'll be here for a while, April 24th to May 19th. Venus will join her, as you can see, right down here. Uranus and Venus together. They'll be together now every year for about 3 weeks, right? A 3-week period over the next 7 years, around the same time of year, March, April. And so here we have the energy of what you're about to experience over the next 7 years, which is a kind of lovely feeling of kind of, if you are like anyone who works in the online social media sphere from home, you're going to do really, really well over the next 7 years. Like, I do a home-based business, social media sphere, and writing projects based in your home life. Success is yours to be had in big surges, unexpected success directions. And the very tail end of this, the 26th and 27th, and we're going through the 24th. Let's go 24th, 26th, 24th, 25th, 26th. Power struggle with a sibling, power struggle with a neighbor, power struggle with a writing project, power struggle with a business partner, power struggle with someone from a foreign land and distant shore. It's going to last very long. It's Sun square Pluto. It's going to be around the 24th and 26th. The Sun does rule your work house. It could be professional endeavor struggles, employee struggles around those things as well. It doesn't last long. Take a deep breath. Let the power struggle go away on the 24th to the 26th. Then we move on to the 26th to the 27th. Mercury brings a opportunity with Jupiter like he did the first 4 days of the month, which I talked about. But this is a square which requires a gritty urgency for action and decisions at this time. And it could involve opportunities, but difficulties that come with it. Mercury will be making this happen in his travels here through your Mercury, right? Mercury, Jupiter, right here, square. So you'll feel it on the 25th, 6th, and 7th. I'm not going to advance the chart. I'm losing you again. And you could have a difficult conversation. Mars is still nearby with a child or a romantic partner, not a committed love partner, like a dating partner. So a difficult conversation or a hard conversation that has a double-edged sword. It's kind of like, okay, yeah, like you're pregnant and what? You have no money. So you want me to finance you, that kind of thing. So difficult conversations with children. Difficult conversations with grandchildren, difficult conversations about grandchildren and children. At the same time, golden opportunity or good opportunity is also here. If you're making more money and being more commercially successful, for example, this could just be an opportunity that requires you to leap and take a leap professionally. And you have to make that decision and sign the contract, communicate a yes, get the email back. So just as a little bit of urgency around opportunities for entrepreneurial and creative directions. But again, some of this could involve your children. It can be a little more challenging. Venus finishes strong at the end of the month, sextiling Neptune. It's a beautiful alignment, and also trining Pluto. Now, Venus is moving through your 4th house of home real estate. We have contractual agreements, distant shores and foreign lands, and people in distant places and lands, and money you make through international borderless income and revenue, PayPal and Stripe. And then we have everybody talking to Saturn, Neptune in the money house. This is a miniature grand trine. You're going to like the vibe of the last 5-6 days of April. It's going to feel like something you're doing in the home is providing more revenue and success financially, or you could have some offer to buy or sell a property, and you're taking all the action you need to find your dream possession, your dream car, your dream home, your dream property, and it happens swiftly and unexpectedly. Buying property in a distant shore, far off land, and home and homeland if you've moved out of your country, and having an opportunity to do that as well. And money connected to spousal shared resources and in-laws, and some financial opportunities connected to home or to refinancing mortgages or paying off debt. All of these things are happening in a beautiful way at the very end of the month of April. I hope that's useful, helpful, and makes sense. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of these videos that I put out every single month. All of my videos are all signed videos, although I put out just world astrology stuff as separate standalones. Don't forget, on Patreon, I write weekly world astrology columns that come straight to your inbox. It's called the Pluto Chronicles. It's totally free. Also, check out my other stuff that I do, members only here, get live streams with me and all kinds of teaching content you won't find elsewhere. And over on Patreon, I have live Zoom calls up to 4 a month, and I teach classes each month, a big class, and then little Q&As and horary classes as well. You get up to 4 meetings with me in small, intimate Zoom rooms over on Patreon. Try me out. It's cheap. It's $7 a month. You don't, American dollars, don't like it, you can unsubscribe. All right. I'll see you on all the other platforms. Thanks for listening. Don't forget, I'm recording this on March the 9th. I'm trying to get ahead of my production schedule so I have time to write and do other things. But I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you who have come to my channel, who have benefited and have given me good feedback. I'm not perfect, but I try my best. Try my best. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you don't mind. That does help my channel a lot. Take care, and I'll see you in the next round of videos.
Lunatic astrology.